How much I love this silence before a weekend begins. It's a silence full of potency, possibilities, excitement. Something new that is going to be born inside our hearts, our minds. The possibility of a new insight. Or further opening of our consciousness. So blessing this silence. And you, good morning. So that's our 5th weekend. And we've already built very carefully one weekend on another to reach the more what we can call advanced or direct work on what we can call self-expression. And now it is time, amazingly, to move to expression. We said that the first, in terms of chakras, in our first weekend was the foundation of our school. It corresponded with the first chakra, with creating the structure, the basic world and terminology, and then we had the second and third chakras. Then we moved to the heart, and then we are here. So this is where the School of Self-Expression actually deals with expression. And it is very important to understand already at the beginning that even if we're not planning on becoming a full-time lecturer or speaker or performer, and we're not going to need to express ourselves in front of crowds or to bring forth amazing and shocking messages or whatever. Expression is highly relevant to everyone. First of all, expression is a deep need, a profound need that we have. We can, of course, try to distance ourselves from any type of emotional, psychological, and even soul need for expressing, putting ourselves in some cave and never contacting anyone. That would be possible. I don't see any of you doing that. But if you did, you would, in terms of human experience, human fulfillment, you would most definitely sacrifice. So you will be sacrificing a great deal of what we can consider fulfillment, because to be fulfilled, since we exist in a certain web of mutual influence, we need to understand that we are a part of this web, and to some extent we, in one way or another, we will want to influence our surroundings, to voice ourselves in one way or another. We're anyway always trying to do that. We might have withdrawn from this wish because we are too afraid, or don't believe in ourselves, or have some kind of social anxiety. But that's really like trying to avoid the problem. And when you avoid the problem, you also avoid the fulfillment that awaits you in this type of in this aspect of your life. So to lead a meaningful life, expression is an inseparable part of our meaning and of our fulfillment. So you may not find yourself lecturing in big halls, but even in social communication, there is the situation of self-expression. Even in relationships, there is the situation of self-expression. It's always somewhere there. So it is highly relevant. We will, I'm saying that because we will experiment with different modes of self-expression during this weekend. And some of my advice and some of the lectures are going to be dedicated to an actual expression which might seem to you irrelevant in your own experience. But even experimenting with that, and don't worry, I'm not going to, it's not a must. You don't have to practice everything exactly as it is. I will always offer some option for the more reluctant ones among us. Even to just experiment with that, even being able to do these things is actually a very strong way to enhance our confidence in general. And confidence, I think, we all need to some degree. So when we begin to be able to speak out properly, fearlessly, that makes us feel much more confident, but also more capable of understanding our own world, being clearer to ourselves. If I'm able to express, that means that I'm able to understand myself, my own thoughts, my own feelings, my own visions. So we have now 2 weekends that deal more directly with expression, and the other one is and influence and charisma. And then the next weekend is going to be all about vision and realization, how we can realize or manifest. And if we have walked this path together and we've practiced, I think we are pretty much ready for this stage. Since this weekend is the answer to the question, what does it mean to influence and to be charismatic, is twofold. The question has two different answers. Today will be more dedicated to what in the chakra world is considered the left side of the throat chakra, and tomorrow will be dedicated to the right side of the throat chakra. The left side is, if you remember something from the first weekend, the left side is all about is more the way we clear away the hindrances, the obstacles of our expression. We learn to trust our voice and so on. And then the right side is how to actually actively influence. But before we are going to enter at all the teachings and practices, let us meditate. Meditation, as we are going to learn on our 7th weekend, is a very important foundation for expression. And of course, our meditation, as always, will be very specifically suitable for our talk this morning. So let us close our eyes. Take one deep breath. Breathe slowly and deeply. Allowing our body to relax more and more with every breath we take. And as we are relaxing, let us look for what we usually call ourselves. We always have this feeling of having some kind of a center. The center that we call me or myself. But where is it really? as you're sitting in this moment, you surely can locate thoughts, feelings, sensations, the breathing, the vibration of life inside the body. But is there really a center to all that? Of course, not a center of, in the sense of silence or being, but a center like a you. Can you really locate it? Or is it just a part of the thoughts or the feelings? When a thought arises or a feeling arises, it always seems like they indicate a center, they refer to someone. The more the awareness looks for a me or a center, the more it cannot find it. Because all there is just streams. The vibration of life. The meditation. Thoughts, memories. Gently, in this beautiful morning, allow the feeling that there is a center to dissolve. Realizing that it is just a constant self-mirroring that thought does. But really there's nothing there. Feel how without this imagined center, actually the life force flows so much better. Now it is possible to feel that what really happens is that life flows through a body, through a mind, and that what we call us is actually a part of the stream of life. Allow yourself to become more and more like a river of life, rather than some rigid center around which everything revolves. There is breathing, sensations, feelings and thoughts. But that's just life without a center. And now, just as you are realizing that there is no one center, one reference point inside you, realize that also everyone else in this room are not like many centers. It's actually a part of the stream of life. that is functioning and expressing through many bodies, many minds. Feel this river of life in the room. As long as you're alive, you can feel that what is really active is that life that wants to express through you. So with this feeling and presence that is simultaneously rich and empty, you can slowly and gently open your eyes. So, this meditation is not very original. More than 2,500 years ago, there was a guy called Gautama the Buddha. And he said exactly that. He said that our bondage, our suffering is this illusion that there is a sort of a permanent center inside us. And that center is what we call the self, or the sense of I. Well, really what is there is just an endless flow of changing particles, sometimes in the form of thoughts, sometimes in the form of sensations or feelings. In that sense, there you can say that there is life, but life has no center. And to emphasize this point, to make it clear, because the minds don't get truth beyond the mind, then he said, and you know what, there's no soul and there is no God, because that made it easier to understand. Because even when we think, then we say, there is a soul, so there is a center, or there is a God, so there is a center of creation. Then you say, okay, let's forget about that. There's nothing. And then say, okay. So really, there is no center. That's the entire illusion that actually keeps us very, very tight. And what is the connection between what the Buddha said 2,500 years ago and our school of self-expression? Why am I mentioning that? Are we in a class of Buddhism or something else? This is the important distinction that is going to start our weekend. And it is a distinction between two terms, but more than that, two experiences of life. One is self-expression, sorry, I'm now remembering that it's too small, but yeah. Okay, it says self-expression. Yeah. Okay, self-expression and true spontaneity.